In a world of movies taking inspiration from other sources, I'm surprised I've not seen one like this before. Now, of course, we've got Saw, it took off, it done very well. It's also done very well here, thank you again. Now, there's a lot of what ifs you could ask in the Saw universe, and one that I hadn't asked myself until now, and maybe the same for you. What if Jigsaw was a meth head? Like, just let that sink in for a wee second. Looking through movies to watch for this channel, I try and strike that balance between what's going to be low-key, but also fun to talk about, and I've seen Trap House. Now, not doing like full research, because I didn't want to spoil it for myself, I seem to get the gist that it really did follow the trend of, what if there was like a meth lab, and the guy running it was just putting up traps everywhere? That sold me. That was enough for me. I mean, I'm a simple man. What can I say? That is all it took for me to watch this. Now, of course, Jigsaw, he is a very smart man and he is an engineer so he can build all these traps. Just what kind of damage could a meth head do? And how creative is he going to be?
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
They are the questions I thought of the moment I seen Trap House. I'm not even going to lie to you. Is this going to be a movie where it is police versus a drug lord? Or is it going to be one where he's taking out his cronies? Let's find out. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting the intricate, well-constructed traps of the Saw universe, but I am looking for a little bit more than, you know, somebody out there nut with a knife. You know, somewhere in the middle would be beautiful.
Let me see what you have! No!
So without further ado, grab yourself a drink, kick your feet up, hit subscribe if you haven't, and let's see what Trap House is all about. Now, on a movie about meth Jigsaw, how do you think this movie opens up? On a crack den, of course. How else is this going to open? He doesn't quite strike me as a long-term fan of the drug, if you get my drift. And then, of course, we get the crack stereotype, so they
tripping, boy.
They didn't get it wrong, they just wanted to show us some early stages. Paranoia sets in, though, as this newcomer to the world starts hearing things.
There it is again. I didn't hear shit.
Of course, the long-term fan and him just kind of hash it out for a moment, because, yeah, they're not believing each other. I wonder what's causing that.
We should get out of here. You know you ain't supposed to go back there, man. Someone is coming. Chill, dude. No, chill. No one's fucking coming.
But what could be coming?
Police, hands in the air!
It's this SWAT team, baby. Of course it is. We get an early glimpse of these tripwires already, so we're a minute in. It's setting up quite a lot. Our newbie dips, goes to run through a door, but unfortunately comes face to face with a barrel.
I can't go to jail. Jesus.
Well, I guess drugs really do blow your mind.
Commander Meeks, I need cover.
Looks like he's been covered already, am I right? Onwards our SWAT goes and starts seeing this chap just lurking around. It's like a bit like the Descent sort of vibes here.
Show yourself!
SWAT boy, though, does not look where he is going, which surely is like protocol number 1 for anything like this. And steps right onto another trap. Not quite sure what this one's going to do, though. Oh, he just gets gassed the fuck out. And our creepy lurker just appears and roll on to credits. That was a solid opening to this movie. Like, solid. If we're a minute in, we've already had heads getting blown off, setting up a few of the traps. I'm expecting big things from this movie. Let's see if they keep up. We are now in the aftermath of this, and the detectives are on the scene doing what they do best and looking for clues.
Flies undone.
And these guys don't miss a thing. It's mostly the usual patter you would expect between cops.
You know, if the DA did their job and caught these assholes, we'd still be knee-deep in a wet dream.
But it does get a little bit weird.
You know, I'm starting to think that homicide detective means that you're the one who's homicidal.
I mean, you can't fault the movie for trying to be original, I suppose, but it's a pretty fucked line, I'm not gonna lie. That one stood out to me.
You're the one who's homicidal. Come on.
We learn that this is the third of these houses, and our lurker just keeps upping the game each time. Like, he is just putting all his points into defense, it seems like.
This house is bigger than the last. It's like with each move comes an upgrade.
Grant here is asking the serious questions, though.
We got all the way here, but didn't call for backup?
Yeah, well, we found this in one of the rooms. It appears to be some type of a small signal jamming device.
Okay, Grant, fair enough. They are actually covering their loopholes over in this movie, and I love to see it. Unlucky for our big bad, though. Somebody has seen him.
Muscular build, 50s, 60s. Oh, and check this out. The dude was shirtless. And the only thing he was wearing was a pair of ripped jeans and a gas mask.
Hold up, 50s or 60s? Is meth better than protein? Because I'm not gonna lie, he looks pretty fucking good to me. If I looked like him, I'd be fucking happy when I'm 50 or 60. Is meth the new gym drug? Is it meth that we need to be doing? I need to get a guy.
You're goddamn right.
We move on into the bodies, and people, go get your tissues, because it's about to get real. This chief, though, cannot read a room to save his life.
You know this piece of shit?
They, of course, tussle, and then we just skip on to the very standard graveyard scene. It looks like all expenses were spared for that. Now, there's a few questions already posed by the movie and the detective, so let's get a rundown of what we know so far.
What we know so far is at the top of this food chain, there's a cook and there's a business partner. And below them, there's a whole lot of dealers.
That's really not that much. Like, well, we could have pieced that together by now. Some top cops on the case here.
Flies undone.
Homicide gets some devastatingly bad news, though.
Homicide will be cooperating fully with the DEA.
Come on.
Hey, people, I don't want to hear it.
I cannot get over how just half-arsed all of their reactions are in this moment. Like, just really pay attention to the background actors here.
Come on.
Hey, people.
Our cops here have a private theory session, and we're leaning toward 𝗃𝘀𝗀𝗃 being a Vietnam vet, and that's how he's able to set everything up.
So you're thinking this guy's a vet?
A washed-up, homeless GI junkie just as America likes him. Probably dishonorably discharged since we already know he's a fucking whack job.
It's not the worst theory so far. It still doesn't explain how he's so fucking in shape, though. Chief lets Grant know, though, that he is off the case, and they kind of hint towards some case being open still.
It is too personal now. You're off.
Bogey.
IA is still investigating the Lanford incident, right?
As I recall, you were there too that night.
They don't go into detail. It's a bit shit, but I get it. Like, he is far too close to the case. Someone he knows died here. The chief clearly didn't realise that, even in the moment.
You know this piece of shit?
Cut on over to these definitely not student-age students.
How do you do, fellow kids?
And 𝗃𝘃𝗀𝗃 is on his way to help his dear old gran.
Quit telling Fibs. I'm serious this time, man. Okay, she's been all alone ever since my grandpa died. Gotta help her out with chores and groceries and shit.
Oh, I get it. That's why he's called 𝗃𝘃𝗀𝗃𝘃𝗃. He's 𝗃𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Clever movie. Clever. Well done.
It's so dumb.
So dumb, it's brilliant.
We get a bit of a montage, and so far it looks like a good day dealing. Well, as good a day as it can be when you're dealing, but until our man Grant shows up.
Tell Cormac I'll get him his money.
Now, I don't know about you, but with a man called 𝗃𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃, I personally would have a hard time trusting him.
His name was Ryan Pierce, you know him?
No, man,
Someone was dealing him speed. Sure that wasn't you?
I don't know no Ryan, man.
Now, Grant keeps the pressure on, but gets himself into a little bit of a sticky situation.
Everything okay over here?
You get this motherfucker off me.
Now, let's be honest, though, we know he can handle himself, right? God damn, Grant is a man you want on your team. If there was a lineup like you're picking football teams in school, Grant's first pick. Like the first syllable I know is Grant. Like that's who you're picking. Cut over to 𝗃𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃 getting ready for the big game ahead, I'm assuming. I can only guess the dialogue is going to be pretty standard here.
If you're marked as absent, you can't be here. You're my #1 player. How are we supposed to get to finals if you can't participate?
I'll do better.
Fucking hell, I knew it. It's so fucking standard.
I'll let you practice today, but this has to end.
𝗃𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is obviously their best player. Maybe it's all that speed he's got. We get a glimpse into 𝗃𝘃𝗃𝗃's home life. Now, being a drug dealer, but also the star player of the team, how do you think his home life is? It's shit. It's obviously going to be shit, isn't it?
Yo, Dad. Dad, guess what? Got accepted.
𝗃𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is working the night shift yet again, and he really just cannot get a good shift rotation, can he? It's always nights. Grant rolls back on up to ruin his shift, just not convinced that he doesn't know anything. Might be due to the name 𝗃𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
I swear I don't know your boy, okay? I've never heard of him. I do know about the new trap house, where it is.
Oh, he said it. What do our new dynamic duo do? What do our new dynamic duo do? That does make sense. Well, they grab some McDonald's and stake the place out, of course.
Tell me about the cook. I don't know nothing about him.
So how much does 𝗵𝘀𝗀 know exactly?
Tell me about the cook. His name is 𝗃𝗏𝗏.
𝗃𝗏𝗏? What kind of fucking name is 𝗃𝗏𝗏? I actually had to go back and watch it a couple of times. Like, maybe I just heard the L.
It's 𝗃𝗏𝗏.
No, it's 𝗃𝗏𝗏. I'm sticking with Meth Saw. So we know his name is 𝗃𝗏𝗏. We know his girlfriend, his name's 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗁. And those signs about the place, yeah, they mean do not deal in this area. Surely that's all the information you need to go in blind, Grant, right?
If they deal on 𝗃𝗏𝗏's turf, there's a price to pay. We're going in.
That sign can't stop me!
𝗵𝘀𝗀 pulls him on back, though, and there's just no way in.
Are you crazy? Man, they'll kill us before we get to the front door. No.
Don't they know you?
He susses Grant out, and then the two here have a bit of common ground, weirdly.
The cops don't know you're here, do they?
Look, Ryan Pierce was my brother, and that piece of shit 𝗃𝗏𝗏 killed him.
Like, they can be a partnership that shouldn't work. They don't have to be friends. It's fucking... whatever movie. Everyone has to be pals.
Ryan wasn't much older than you. He was smart, but he liked to party.
He just keeps going on about it for a while. I don't want to sound dismissive. It's sad, but we get it. He was in the opening titles. Like, we don't care that much.
He's 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃.
Hetero... what?
𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃. His eyes were 2 different colors.
That's kind of cool.
Are we bonding now? What the fuck is this moment? Move on. Use our friends now. Go have dinner together. Well, an actual dinner. All of this seems to work though, and 𝗵𝘀𝗀 agrees that he's going to get Grant in somehow.
Give me a few days. I'll get you in there. I'm not going in there with you. I'd rather go to jail.
2 days.
They drive on off, but Meth Saw is watching. We get that kind of first-person perspective through the mask. It's pretty cool. I do like POVs when there is something specific about it, like the mask here. I love seeing that in movies. It just adds an extra layer, I suppose. Back on over to desk duty, and Grant has been a sneaky little Pete and looking into the case that he knows he shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty Grant.
Grant! My office, now!
Oh, someone's in trouble now. Jesus Christ, Chief, that's no way to treat your phone. Like, fucking hell. I know you're mad, but, like, as mad as I've ever been, I'm not going to throw my phone.
One of our undercover ops caught this while they were surveilling another deal.
That could be anyone.
Grant gets the old tried and tested gun and badge on the desk treatment and is sent on his way. Back on over to Big 𝗵𝘀𝗀's here, and the coach is just trying to connect with him, you know, steer him on the right path, do the coach thing.
Just because I'm your coach doesn't mean you can't talk to me. What's going on with you?
We learn a little here, but not too much. All I can take from this is I think the dad killed his mum and 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 is just not in therapy.
What you went through, it's terrible. If you were fine, I'd be even more concerned. Ever thought about seeing the counselor?
Why? Not like she can go back in time and tell my dad to not drive that night?
No. She can help you deal with your emotions.
That's really all there is to it. He's got a troubled past, that's all you need to know. This coach is honestly the fucking MVP of this movie so far. Like, we could all use a coach like him in our lives. Like, even if you don't play sports, have him around. I reckon if we all did, we'd be on the fucking moon by now, just living our best lives. Like, this guy is motivational.
I don't know if you realize this, but you miss class one more time, you're gonna fail to graduate. You gotta get through high school if you want to go to college. See our practice?
Yeah.
But Gub, didn't he say he's going to meet Grant again? He did. It's quite the predicament. His odd choice of friend shows on up again, and 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 is just like the most grounded drug dealer you've ever seen.
Why are you so obsessed with the thug life? Dude, I don't do this because I like it, man. I do it because I have to.
We're going to jump on over to another day in the thug life, and yes, it is exactly what you're imagining.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
You remember Sandy, right?
𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 seems to be forgetting that kind of money first philosophy.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is that coming?
Oh, take a look.
I would have thought, I've never done drug dealing, that's the first rule they teach you in like drug dealer class. You know, get the money, then give the drugs. He just, nope, drugs first.
Get some of that.
Wait your turn, bitch.
I do wonder if that's going to be relevant.
And the money?
Yeah. About that.
Howdy, partner.
What the fuck is he doing here?
So this fucking pineapple shows up and turns out he's the guy that Phibbs owes money to, and he like set this whole deal up. It's pretty standard stuff here. Pineapple just puts the pressure on Phibbs really passive aggressively to get his money back.
Hypothetically, if Roscoe did pay you that one, and you gave it to me, how would you come up with the rest?
I'll figure it out.
No, you wouldn't. You're a fucking kid. You don't have that kind of money.
He just goes on for a while and Phibbs is looking so lost.
Tell me you're scared. Tell me you're scared, huh? Are you scared? I'm scared. Relax. We just fucking with the kid.
Long story short here, Pineapple wants Phibbs to get him into his boss's place so he can steal the cash. So now he has a suspended cop and also SpongeBob's crib trying to use him to get into the same place. Tough times ahead for our boy Phibbs. He should have chose a different life. He should have listened to the fucking coach. I did not expect this, but we actually just cut on over to all our boys sitting down talking out a plan.
How long you known Phibbs?
A couple months.
What exactly do you get out of the situation?
Fair play movie. I thought it was going to be Phibbs trying to navigate both of them, you know? Get them in on different nights. Something like that. But no, he's actually going for like a team meeting here. Piney is sus of Grant because of like his Batman audition tape earlier, so he's wanting to check out his tats. Make sure they don't line up, you know?
I told you I vouched for the guy.
You shut up.
How the hell is Grant going to get out of this one?
Nothing personal. Suspicions in my blood, that's all.
Grant, you are a sneaky little Pete after all. Phibbs heads on into the lion's den to drop off his newly acquired cash. The receptionist, or money counter lady, I'm not sure what her official title is on her payroll. However, they keep it vague as though her reveal is meant to be some big revelation.
You still gonna be here?
And if not, you know how to find us.
I'm not quite sure. Like, this is the first time, by the way, first time we've seen her. It doesn't make sense why they built her up like this. Phibbs decides to hang back a little to do a wee bit of recon of his own.
Yo, you guys mind if I hang out for a bit? Just... Thanks.
Hey, yo, man. Come over here.
And yeah, we're now seeing that there's traps just littering the place. Everywhere. It's not just like the back rooms, like the receptionist room, traps in it too. Surely that's an issue if they have a literal drug room down the hall. I get you want to protect your stuff, but even if people just drink, they wander off. So meth heads are no doubt going to wander about. No? Does meth make you stay still? Like, do you just like, I don't understand, I don't know, I have never done meth. Phibbs' friend is just lurking on about as we're cutting back over to the crack den. Our ragtag team here are coming up with a plan to get everybody inside, and everybody gets what they want.
That is not smart, okay? We need one day at least.
Going
maybe 2
tonight.
days.
Yes! Okay, so the game is set. We're going to go in tonight, so it's time to gear up. You know, you've got Piney wanting the money, and you've got Grant just wanting revenge, basically. Our main man, Grant, though, has been downgraded to fists only, as Piney is just still that little bit sus of him, and he is, let's be honest, calling the fucking shots here.
Hand it over.
I don't think so.
Non-negotiable. Just hand it over, I'm gonna have to just take it.
Aren't you a little bit young to be hanging out with skinheads?
He ain't my friend.
Are you bringing a weapon?
No.
Watch your back in there. It's gonna get bloody and you might end up on your own.
Is he technically a skinhead, though? Like, that's kind of a real question, because he's 70% skinhead. Like, that little bit on top, like, does that negate... He's got the personality of a skinhead, by the way. Not disputing that whatsoever. But can you call him one?
Good boy.
Phibbs' pal Mo just shows on up, and I swear this is the first time that we've got his name. Like, this is Mo. Guys, welcome Mo to the movie.
Who the fuck are you?
He is going to dip, but Piney just pulls him on in for the case because he's now seen his face.
You ain't going nowhere.
Whoa, chill, bro.
Can't rat me out if you're an accomplice.
Let's go. Right.
Probably the best move there, because let's be honest, if you had a lineup, I'm pretty sure we could all spot Piney out from a mile away.
You ain't going nowhere.
We have a new party member and let's go in. Let's see what the trap house is going to have in store for them. Now, what kind of music are we hearing here? Yes, that is correct. It is just as tense as you're imagining.
I forgot my back.
They make it on into the money room, and would you believe me if I were to tell you the money's not there?
Where's the goddamn money?
How did they not think it would be moved? Like, I know it's a drug den. It does seem to have some sort of organisation. Like, did they think it was just going to be a desk covered in money waiting for them?
Go to WWE.com and register!
These people know what they're doing. They're professionals. It's like their fourth drug house. Piney and Grant just have a little bit of a moment and we keep on moving though.
I don't know what it is about you. There's something I can't quite reconcile.
Could it be the fact that I'm not a Nazi prick?
Mo thinks he sees an attic door like string to pull down, and obviously the only way to go is up for some reason. Mo being Mo though, he lets his intrusive thoughts win.
Guys, check it out. Trap house has a trap door. No, don't look.
R.I.P. Mo. We didn't really know you at all.
You know this piece of shit?
You will be sorely missed, I suppose. Bye, Mo. Is it just me though, or is that moment just like so out the blue? There's no build up, there's no suspense. It just fucking happens.
Guys, check it out. Trap house has a trap door.
And then we move on from it as well. So it just peaks quickly, then we're gone. There's no sort of arc to that moment.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck just happened?
Fucking Mo is not getting the credit he does not deserve. We keep on looking, and Grant is just running corners now without checking them. I know he might be suspended, but he's still a cop. Like, he should know. Check your corners. Hell, the fucking cover has him checking corners. Come on, Grant, you're better than that. He keeps going, but uh-oh, someone has spilled Gorilla Glue all over the floor. That's probably one of the cheaper traps, I imagine. Grant, now shoeless, has to keep on moving. So what does he do? Well, he takes off his balaclava to try and like MacGyver some gloves. Surely you would want to keep that. You know, take off your fucking sleeveless hoodie. You have a knife, cut something off it. Fucking sleeveless hoodie, man. Pineapple only just realises that Grant isn't there, and he is getting very sus now.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Shit, what the fuck is going on?
Nothing.
Now you. I know you're hiding something. I can see it.
I imagine Piney gets sus a lot, given the way he's chosen to live his life.
How'd you meet this guy?
I'm his dealer.
You're his dealer. He doesn't look like a meth addict to me. Now this guy, he looks like a meth addict.
Wow, shots fired, man. I mean, right, but he has feelings, come on. He gets to the steamy bar and just has to get across. I'll be honest, I don't quite know why he is so set on going this direction. He has a path in mind, he is fucking going for it. However, credit to the movie here. I wanted to pause it and just make sure, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda looked to see if they fucked up, right? There's glue all over the ground, but there's this little raised edge. There's glue on that too. Well done, movie. Like, I've not managed to catch you out yet. I'm not trying properly. I'm going to look what I can. Unfortunately, Grant drops his knife, but he just needs to keep on trucking. Piney is piecing this whole thing together. Like, he's just pulling out of thin air, but he is far more right than he knows.
I think that you're a liar, or you're an idiot. Maybe both, I haven't decided yet. I also think that Jesse guy might be a cop.
I knew you two were in this together!
Grant's next challenge awaits, a glass-covered room, and somehow now he has a gun as well. But fucking, I honestly have no idea where the fuck he got that. If only he had something to move the glass away. Oh shit, that was close. I mean, 100% taken from Home Alone, but fucking hell, that was close. He gets to sweeping until he hears somebody coming round the corner.
What was that noise?
I actually hadn't noticed it until now. What a weird fucking looking room this is. Like, there's a toilet just in the middle of the room. They put traps in this room. They've been in this room. Why have they not moved the toilet? You know, put it in the corner. It didn't take me out the movie. It's just weird. Of course, Grant just keeps plugging on, but now he's starting to leave some John McClane trails behind him, because of course he is. Fibs and Pineapples are riding together now, and they come across their next hurdle. Incredibly sharp wire.
Hey.
Now where are the two meth heads, you ask? Well, they're over here with their own hurdles, and actually, believe it or not, they are using their heads.
You wanna end up like that kid?
I do wonder what is going to catch them off guard, considering they are using their heads.
I told you!
𝗵𝘂𝘁 is just being angry, as you would fully expect him to be, and wanting to get into that safe.
Do you really want to risk your life over this? I'll get you your money.
You'll give me my money by opening up that safe. Otherwise, I'll tell this whole organization how you tried to rob them.
This just begs the question, though. Why did you leave the safe room earlier? Like, there are 6 of you, at the time anyway, so they could all have just carried it on out. It might be a little bit sus, like you might have to fight a few people on the way out. I imagine if you can get to the room, you can all lift it out. In either case, 𝗵𝘂𝘁 is just way too deep now to really pose those sort of questions.
Sit over there.
Now, cutting back, I've got a question for you. What is scarier than a meth head? Take a minute, have a think. If you said a meth head with a fucking sword, you are correct.
Well, watch out! Fuck! I'm thinking that we get the cash and the crank before they do. Get the fuck out of here.
Grant here just twinkle toes his way back on into the movie, and he must have either stopped bleeding or the plot just didn't need him to bleed anymore. In either case, he's doing better. He gets on through the vent, and I am genuinely surprised he doesn't blow his own fucking dick off here. Like, he had a strap for it. He had a place to put it. Our lead duo now stumble across a baby in like a barbed wire cot.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is going on here? Now, to be fair, there is being scared that your child is going to escape their cot, but then there's that. Now, 𝗵𝘂𝘁�'s heart just gets the better of him. He wants to save this child, and 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝑗, well, of course, 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁 does not want to save the kid. He wants to just fucking leave it.
We gotta go, man. Come on. Leave the thing alone. Smart. Leave it alone. Look what you did. Shut the fucking thing up.
Grant is now climbing above Team Meth. I can't help but feel the traps are getting a little bit less inventive at this point. Like, we had an attic door fucking guillotine, and now we've got mouse traps in the vent. Like, there's a bar, and like one's up here, and the other one's just way down there. These mouse traps are the least of his worries though, because a meth head with a sword, yeah, they cut through vents like warm butter.
I think someone's in there.
𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁 and 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁, they're still at it, but 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁 actually does stand up to him.
That's not my problem.
Hell, it is now. 'Cause I ain't taking you anywhere without him.
Well done, 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁, and takes the kid.
Don't listen to that asshole.
Grant is now getting sliced up.
He's moving!
I got you!
But, uh-oh, we finally get a guard. Oh, well, not for long. Anyway, that was fucking cool though. Like, I like that. That was nice. Well done. The receptionist turns up and then, like, ups the security of the place.
Have everyone sweep the perimeters.
Did she not hear the gunshots? She doesn't mention them or seem panicked by them. I imagine they would fucking echo in these halls. It's movies like this that seem to just play with the idea of they don't have to hear everything, only what matters, if that makes sense.
Maybe there's gang activity here. That's crazy.
𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁 and 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁 are now hiding out from a guard, and they use the baby as like a distraction. Nice move, 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁. Well done. It's weird. It's kind of fucked up, but you know, well done. It done the job. The meth team double back. They grab the keys and keep on going their way. Like, at this point, they're just after meth. You've got Grant for revenge. 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁's after money. 𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁 is just trying to make sure that he doesn't get like killed through all of this. And we've got two meth heads just doing what they do best. Hunting meth. Grant is seeing this very well kept 60-year-old. Like, I do wonder what is his secret. Oh, never mind, that's it. don't do meth, guys. Now, for a guy who was here just to kill and get revenge, he is very interested in these counters. But we do get that very subtle, very slight nod that makes us know that he has a very fucking good idea. And of course we don't get to see that idea. Pineapple Head is now on the hunt for Phibbs.
Oh, Phibbsy boy.
And you'd think he would make less noise than he does, but he has his ways, I suppose.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. I'm gonna stick this knife in your eye.
Back on to Team Meth, and we're now starting to see there's more traps in store for them. I wonder if he'll step on one. Yep, right into the fucking thing. Like, right into it. We get a quick shot of Grant closing in and then back on over to our encumbered duo. Now, I have never used a bear trap in my life, believe it or not, but isn't there a release sort of clamp on the side of all of them? I just figured that was kind of common knowledge at this point. Nonetheless, the gal here just keeps brute forcing it and trying to open it up for the poor boy. And let's not mince words here, she is absolutely fucking ruining his leg.
Stop it. Get some help.
Piney appears and he is now in his baby snatching arc until the receptionist shows on up.
Give him to me.
I swear to God, if she has a kid with 𝗃𝘳𝗀, this is hitting all the stereotypes. Our gal of the group here dips to just go and get high. And this, kids, is why you can't trust a meth head.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna... You just stay quiet.
No, please.
I'm gonna come back.
Don't leave.
Among other reasons, obviously, of course. This is one of them. They will leave you in a bear trap. We're back on over to the baby situation and we're starting to get a few bombshells dropped on us.
I was sold to him, and I was only 8 years old.
I fucking knew it was going to be that. Like, it's going to be his kid, right? It's got to be his kid. Our gal here sees the exit sign and tries to dip, but thankfully, she remembers where she is, i.e. the trap house, and walks carefully. That doesn't fucking stop her though, she just batters through them all.
I understand nothing.
We get some more on the mastermind and he really is a pretty sick fuck.
He threatened to kill my baby if I don't help him with his business. Please. He chained me to a pipe and hooked me to an IV full of meth and then forced me into withdrawal for punishment.
God damn, he played the long game with that punishment. I hate your ways. I admire your commitment. Our gal needs some motivation to just push on through, and what is more motivating than the bag of drugs that you already have in your possession? Well, can she do it now at least? Nah, can she fuck? She just runs into the either very sharp or very electric or both wires. She just goes through them.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
These druggies pass the baby on to the left. Old habits die hard, I suppose. And onwards to the safe.
Try anything, or I will shoot you, and I will not care who you're holding.
We catch back up to Grant, because it has been a while, and he misses what is a very clear shot somehow.
Hello, Lethan.
He's not just a nobody, he was in the fucking police. That is, come on. They get to brawling, and we've seen what Grant can do. Surely he can take down a 60-year-old, right? Fucking never mind, it looks like a pretty even match, to be fair. Like, these are 1-to-1 odds right now. Onward to the other fight of the movie, and receptionist girl gasses Piney in the face and just dips hard. She is on one. 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗀 grows a backbone and tries to step up.
What are you doing?
I ain't letting you shoot that kid.
But he just immediately gets whipped back into place.
Fuck, man.
What's next, eh? Like, how can they raise the stakes further? Easy. Our young mum here goes into the crack den and offers them all free drugs if they kill the intruders.
But if they're dead in the next 15 minutes, free meth for everyone.
I wonder if they'll take the deal.
Go. Fuck you.
Go, bitches.
Fucking do this.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they do immediately. Of course. Of course they do.
How about you bitch? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
So in summary, we have got some security. We've got the gang that we're following, and they're all kind of split into their groups. And now we've got a crack den room full of addicts, now on the hunt, all playing free-for-all. It's going to get interesting. Jump over to Piney, who is just absolutely wrecking 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗃 until somebody shows up.
Just fucking killed you the second we got in here.
Stop. Grant, help.
Ryan, I knew you were a cop. I fucking knew it. Bravo, gold star. Drop.
Why the hell does he let Piney aim his gun at him? Like, surely even as a cop, that is a very fair moment to shoot somebody. Piney isn't getting aggressive. He's using emotional warfare and drops a new bombshell on us.
Your brother's name was Ryan, right? I mean, was Ryan, right?
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 here, that piece of shit, was his dealer.
With the radiation of this bombshell just flowing through the room, he uses that time to slink out Homer style.
Is that true?
Ryan was my friend. Okay, he was gonna get meth from somewhere. It may as well have been me.
Oh shit, 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 lied. Who's seen that coming?
Never trust a guy named 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Did you see that coming? I didn't. At all. Fucking 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. Grant, you're a cop, man. Like, don't trust a dealer. And more importantly, don't trust one that even his own friends call him 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃.
You knew there were traps in this house, didn't you? You would have let us all die just so you could get your revenge.
Oh shit, 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃 has a point actually. Well, kind of. It's a fair thing to point out anyway. Grant just bites the bullet though and they go.
They're coming. Come on, we have to get out of here.
Come on.
Piney has got a horde on him now, and for some reason is just not shooting them. Like, I get that you might not have enough bullets for them all, and they're probably like bulletproof with what's coursing through their system. Take a couple out and maybe, just maybe, the fear will go into them and they'll stop pursuing them.
Any more bullets?
It's just fighting all over now whilst our guys are nearly escaping. It does turn just a little bit Scooby-Doo-esque. Piney wanders into the receptionist office and he is not letting go of this safe deal.
462872. Please let me and my baby go, please. He's hungry. I have to get food. I must feed him.
Tell me I'm wrong here, but I swear he looks at her like, he's still breastfeeding? Might see some tit. Say what you will about Piney. He knows what he wants, and he's honest about it. She gives him the code and he lets her go. Like, just like that. You not want to check the code is correct. Like, at all.
Why you would open up that safe?
I just gave you the code.
I don't know, it's just this feeling I got.
Oh, never mind, we're on the same page here. Oh shit, I really hope that's where the comparison ends between me and Piney. That's not somebody I want to match with. Just in case you forgot he was a skinhead, well, besides the very top layer of hair that he has, of course, he just sprinkles in a little bit of racism, just to remind you.
How about you open up that safe, and if anything bad happens to you, I'll personally escort this baby to the nation's finest orphanage where it will be fostered by an American family who will give it a much better life than you ever would.
It doesn't really come up that often, which is good. I mean, hear me out here, right? Because I realise how that sounded. Obviously, less racism is good. None is ideal, but from a writing perspective, he could have been so much more brutal and just annoying with it than he is in this movie. Does that make sense? I hope you know what I mean by that.
I lied. That safe is completely empty. You want the real money?
Yeah.
It's behind that painting right over there.
Oh, you are a sneaky Pete as well. There's a lot of yous in this movie. In either case, he peeks behind the painting and my god, that is a lot of moolah. That's a lot of cheese right there. I can see why this line of work is very appealing. I can assure you, there's fuck all behind them except badly painted wall. Not settling for the wall amount of money, he still has his eyes set on the safe.
But I still need you to open up that goddamn safe.
No.
Open it.
Fuck you.
Want my money. Want my money.
She is freaking out now.
Please, please.
Right there, right?
Like, it's clearly empty, all the money was behind the wall, but this skinhead, is just pushing her into it.
Good girl. Now, what do you think's gonna happen?
Please, please, no. Please, I beg you, no.
Ready?
Does it have money? Is it empty? Is it a trap?
No.
Oh fuck, it's definitely a trap. He is just one smarmy fucking prick about it.
Holy shit. You're right, it was empty.
I haven't mentioned it yet, but every time it cuts to the other two, we just get this like chase sequence.
Come on, hey! Hey, what the fuck?
Like, it's doing it more than I'm showing, because it does it every so often, and it really is Scooby-Doo, I'm telling you. Like, it's Scooby-Doo in a meth den. That's the episode I want to see.
Who is that? This? This is the end of the mystery. Well, well.
They all run into each other, and how the fuck have they got time for this?
Still alive, huh? That's cool. Oh, look, guys, I got the money.
They just had a whole bunch of addicts on their tail, like right up their arse. And now they've got time to stop and just have a talk.
You know, we split it 3 ways.
I don't think so.
We get to some old fisticuffs here, and Phibbs, well, he's just watching. He is not a good friend to have, for many reasons. Seeing the wire trap, Grant is 2 steps ahead and a man with a plan. And just like that, he takes a shot. Yep, that's it now. Piney is down. Phibbs gets the kid in return, so maybe, and just maybe, he isn't so bad.
He has Ryan's eyes.
What the fuck is it his nephew now? Like, this movie does not need to be as connected as it's trying to be. Grant sends Phibbs and his newly found family off out. He has got his eyes set on the leader. He is here for revenge after all.
I can't leave without you.
Take him somewhere safe.
Just come with me.
Not before I kill him. Just go, I'll find you both later.
Grant.
Go!
What the fuck is that move? Try and tell me that that was not inspired by, like, that kitchen scare Vine. Unless you don't know what Vine is, in which case, am I showing my age a little? I don't know. The meth man now finds his leading lady dead, unfortunately. He decides to war paint up and just hold out for the final fight. Like, the boss fight's coming. Hold up though, he looked really fucking good for 60. Well, I don't know if he's actually 60, but in either case, he's looking well, especially given his probably stressful line of work. Grant is on the hunt, more focused than ever, and he finds Phibbs and the final boss just waiting for him. A guy that's all about traps, you would think he'd have something ready for him, you know, maybe a little tripwire up his sleeve, but apparently not. These two just throw down hard for a while, and I mean a while. Grant very clearly took out one of his health bars, and we enter phase 2 as 𝗃𝗀𝗄𝗃 decides to power up for it. Remember when Grant looked at the table earlier and had that look on his face? I genuinely forgot about it until this moment. This was his plan all along. Motherfucker, cut it with glass. Now with a whole load of double glazing coursing through his system, Grant goes in to finish him off.
Go!
Meth Saw somehow manages to hide this knife under him. Like, I really don't have a fucking clue how. It's right there in the open. And Grant isn't even looking away. He's like staring at him. In either case, Grant is down for the count and decides to pull out a fag and just chill.
With all that meth you snort, your sense of smell must be really fucked. Otherwise, you would have known I opened those gas tanks earlier.
Oh shit, so he did turn on the valve. Like, it was subtle, but that's what he did. So, yeah, these are his final moments. So I guess that really is the end of Grant. Like, I can't understand why he just accepts his end like that. Like, if anything, he's just found out he's got no family. And yeah, he just lies down and takes it. Move on over to 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 and he drops off the baby at a hospital, which is for the best, let's be honest, he cannot raise a child. However, I am going to call bullshit here. Why didn't the nurse call on 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃? Like, surely that's illegal to just leave a baby. She sees him walking away and he is only a few feet away at the time. Now I know what you're thinking, Gub, what if it's like a time jump thing? You know, maybe an hour's passed or something like that. I double checked. They're in the same fucking frame together. It's very clear what happened. Moving on, we get a police conference, really just summing up the events of the movie and what's happened. We learn that Grant, yeah, he was last seen there.
Detective Grant's involvement in this case was unsanctioned.
It's pretty usual until, holy shit, Grant lived. Somehow, they don't explain it. He's just alive. We get one final shot of our MVP here as 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 makes it in time for class.
Chapman. Here, Coach. Here.
Someone had a hell of a night.
I got a new cat. Yeah, she ain't friendly.
Those drug days are behind 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 now. He is focused on his work. Coach got him on the right path. Fucking, we all need Coach in our life. We all need him. We get a drug deal going down and then another robbery happens.
Hey, back off! I wasn't doing nothing wrong!
Just the usuals we've come to expect in the life of a drug dealer. Wait, if that's the logo, then who's behind it?
More than usual. I thought business was gonna slow down now that Lethan's dead.
It's her. She fucking lived that. How did she survive that? Fucking whatever, she's clearly alive still. She looks more like a Bond villain than any Bond villain ever has. And with that, we roll into credits. They have very clearly set up what should be Trap House 2. Chances are we'll never see it. I want it. If it's a Kickstarter, send me a link. I'm ready to help support Trap House 2 because I want her as the main antagonist. So what did you think of Trap House? Was it what you imagined it would be? I like the idea that they took the formula of kind of Saw-esque. Really, when you boil it down, as building full of loads of traps. It was kind of more Saw 2 than any others. Like, you know when the police are breaking in, trying to find Jigsaw and stumbling through the various traps? It's like they've seen that and they're like, let's make that the movie. I'm for it. I liked it. The movie didn't need to be as connected as it really forced itself to be. Like, I would have been okay if these were just miscellaneous characters come together for one purpose or another. The ways people get killed in this movie though, fair play to them. They weren't all on equal footing, but some of these traps were pretty cool. Definitely didn't see the attic one coming. Like, I didn't expect a fucking guillotine of all things. Do you know what I mean? Maybe a brick, Go Home Alone style. No, they chopped a head off. I'd be lying to say to you that I didn't enjoy this movie. I went into this with, like all movies, very low to almost zero expectations. It caught me by surprise. I liked Trap House. It had some cool moments. It also had a lot of very stereotypical moments, like the coach and 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃 being head of the team and also the drug dealer who's fallen behind in work. Grant was a little one note for my liking though. Like if I said to you there's a cop who has been suspended but wants to work on the case, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you immediately think of everything Grant is in this movie. That being said, he played it fucking well. 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃 was an interesting character, because I never rooted for him at any point, but you need him in the movie. But with all that now behind us, had you already seen Trap House, or what did you think of it? Let me know if we agree or disagree on any of it. Not gonna lie, if I look like that when I'm 60, I'll be fucking hyped. I'm not going to start meth now though to get there. I'm not going to do it. Maybe a push-up or two to begin with. And if you haven't yet, please do consider hitting like and subscribe. It is very much appreciated. It just helps this get pushed out to more people. You know, if you enjoy it, share it with somebody. And a massive, huge special thank you to the members of the channel whose names are somewhere on the screen now, however I edit it. Thank yous. It's amazing. You're the lifeblood of Gubtodi Reviews. And very finally, thank you so much for watching.